You've handed over your deposit, you've paid the stamp duty, the solicitor fees and removal costs are piling up. At this exact moment, the temptation to downgrade your house survey to save a quick £300 is enormous. This chart shows the reality of that shortcut. Skipping a proper inspection to save a small fee puts you among the 1 in 5 buyers uncovering hidden faults. These result in average emergency repair bills of nearly £5,750. A major reason buyers fall into this trap is a simple misunderstanding. They assume their lender's mortgage valuation is a house survey. Your bank's valuation might be a 15-minute walkthrough, or even done remotely from photographs. Its only purpose is to confirm the property is worth what the bank is lending against it, protecting their financial security. The bank does not care if the boiler is on its last legs, if the chimney stack is moving, or if creeping damp is steadily rotting the walls. Those physical failures are entirely your problem. By taking the keys without proper due diligence, you are overpaying for the property the second you walk through the door, instantly absorbing thousands of pounds of undisclosed risk. To manage this risk, the Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, or RICS, created a 3-tiered diagnostic system for homebuyers. Level 1 is the condition report. Think of this as a basic health check. It uses a simple traffic light rating system to flag obvious issues, but offers no in-depth advice. It is strictly for modern, conventional homes built after the year 2000. Level 2 is the Homebuyer Report. This is the middle ground and the standard diagnostic tool for typical UK houses and flats built between 1945 and 2000. A Level 2 covers all visible and accessible elements. The surveyor checks the roof, the walls, and the surfaces, giving you practical repair guidance without being highly invasive. Then there is Level 3, the building survey. This is a full structural autopsy. If you were buying a pre-1900 property, a listed building, or anything constructed with unusual materials, this is the only option. This inspection is highly invasive. The surveyor will lift loft hatches, check inside cupboards, and look behind furniture to map out exact diagnostic repair costs for every defect they uncover. Paying for a Level 3 survey on a brand new build is a waste of money, but relying on a Level 1 for a Victorian terrace is financial negligence. You have to match the diagnostic tool to the patient. This decision tree shows how we match that tool, starting with the property's age. Homes built after 2000 route to Level 1. 1945 to 2000 go to Level 2. From 1900 to 1945, you consider Level 3. And anything built before 1900 goes straight to a Level 3 survey, because a century of wear guarantees complex hidden problems. The next multiplier is construction type. Standard cavity brick is straightforward, but if the house has a timber frame, a thatched roof, or is a concrete prefab, the matrix forcefully drops you into a Level 3 requirement. These materials demand specialist knowledge. Non-standard construction often hides specialized forms of decay, and more importantly, it can trigger immediate mortgage rejections. This lack of financing options severely limits your pool of potential buyers when it's time to resell. The third trigger is visible condition. A home might look immaculate, but fresh paint and new wallpaper are often deliberate masks for chronic, expensive issues like rising damp. Look closer. A sticking door, a floor with a slight slope, or hairline crack spreading automatically escalate your required survey to a Level 3. The file trigger is your own intention. If you plan to knock down walls, add an extension, or execute a full renovation, you need a Level 3 survey, regardless of whether the house was built in 1990 or 1890. Age, construction, condition, and your future plans. Together, these 4 triggers calculate your exact structural risk through an objective mathematical formula. There is zero need to guess. Buyers often worry about sellers actively hiding flaws. The truth is, sellers are usually completely ignorant to the slow-moving structural degradation creeping under their own floorboards. They can't disclose what they don't know. Consider Sarah, a buyer looking at a 1935 semi-detached house in Birmingham that had a rear extension added a decade ago. Applying the framework, Sarah identified her risk profile and commissioned a £625 Level 2 survey. The surveyor discovered that the extension's flat roof had 2 years of life left and identified rising damp in the front bay. This equation shows you how that plays out financially. Sarah took that written surveyor's report back to the seller, and she used those documented defects to negotiate £4,800 right off the asking price. Now, imagine a buyer looking at an 1890 mid-terrace with visible cracking. If they try to save £400 by opting for a cheaper survey, they could easily miss severe subsidence, ultimately absorbing £20,000 in future structural engineer costs. Never let an estate agent downplay the need for a thorough survey. Their primary goal is a fast transaction, not ensuring you avoid a decade of expensive structural repairs. A house survey is a high-return investment in actionable intelligence. Before your emergency fund evaporates on a bad purchase, map your own property risk using the Cost Saver Survey Level Advisor tool and buy exactly the right amount of information for the property in front of you.